The early days of Fallout New Vegas modding was something. You had Willow, Niner, Beyond the Boulder Dome, and more. Some come and go, others remain relics of a golden age of the early modding scene. And then there's one-hit wonders. Today I'm going to tell you a story. One of a broken man trying to find his own path. A fortress that stands alone in the emptiness. One NCR squad trying to undo one of their mistakes. One courier brought along to assist this squad. This is Deserter's Fortress.
There's nothing I like better than the smell of plasma in the morning.
Deserter's Fortress was a quest mod uploaded by Dree74 on November 11th, 2011, and last updated March 8th of 2012. The story is that of the NCR trying to remove a deserter out west who's causing trouble, and they are hiring mercenaries to do so. It is a very tough challenge quest mod that's intended for mid to late game, but primarily late game, I would say. It has about 4 versions on the Nexus, a casual edition, some story, and the main file, of course, and then another one I cannot recall. But it also contains some unique weapons, armor, perks, and other such things. But to get to that, we got to talk about the
duty, honor, courage, semper fi.
Hired by Lieutenant Grant, you and a small team head out, traveling on a car that you don't see, into the emptiness, into the divide, onto a broken highway, where Lieutenant Grant looks at you and the team says, "Alright, this is my first combat experience. My name is not Gordon by any way, and we're not fighting aliens on a distant planet. But we're gonna go charge in there, deal with Morrison, us, the small, 4 or 5 man team, and that courier we just hired. We're gonna go charge in there. He's probably got an army in there. Might get slaughtered, but we might not." Inside, you're met by Morrison, who villainously monologues before disappearing in his army attacks. You fight your way through and through, wiping out his officers left and right, and clearing out the tunneler cave before cornering him. With nowhere left to run, Morrison fights you to the death. And when the dust settles, you claim your bounty and begin the long march home. The courier turning their back as silence claims the fortress.
Tell my mama I've done my best. Pin my medals upon my chest. Box me up and ship me home.
Deserter's Fortress was a blast to play through, and I enjoyed every second of it. I only ran into 2 major bugs, or glitches, I don't really know the difference, that took me out of the experience. The mod comes with its own unique items and perks for completing the adventure. The main ones of note are the 7 Deadly Sin weapons, which allow you to choose a point into your special stats once you collect them all. In my playthrough, I found almost all of them. I couldn't find Fox, though. There's Wrath, an anti-material rifle that shoots 44 Magnum for some reason. That would not work, but we're not getting into a gun rant, with a 10% chance of Deadly Strike. Next is Gluttony, an arc welter whose effects state simply eat to kill, which I am guessing that it's damaged by the more food you eat before you use it, but I never used it. Then there is Envy, an alien pistol whose perk breaks the enemy weapons, but is powered by alien power cells. So hopefully you don't want their weapons, but okay. Lust stands up to reveal a flare gun with a 69% chance to burn armor. Nice. Pride is a flagpole that only says, "Full of Pride," which I believe has the special effect to one-shot Morrison? I don't know, but that's what happened. Sloth slowly awakens to shine a light on the fat man that fires off 3 mini-nukes before it slumbers. Lastly, and greedily, is Greed, an industrial power fist powered by your barter skill. As for the other uniques, we have Morrison's Elite Ranger armor, that gives +2 intelligence. There's a Gobi campaign variant called Fallen Patriot, which fires 4570 government and has a poison effect. Also don't know how it fires 4570, but we're going on. Then there's Morrison's own rifle that fires 12.7mm and has a +10% chance of Deadly Strike, which will knock you down and nearly wipe out all your health. Another armor I came across was Little Courage, a Scorched Sierra power armor revamp that adds a +10 to barter. Other than that, there may be 1 or 2 things I missed, but that's it. Finding them was very rewarding, especially Pride won the battle. Fighting through the fort was another matter. One critique I have is that the enemies are spongy at times. The marked man's regeneration in DT made some of my weapons obsolete. Unless I was min-maxing my build, of course. The sponge can take hundreds of rounds to bring down a single one of them. The first officer is my main example of this point. Oh fuck! PMCs! Let's go! Oh shit, I almost shot Sergeant Peterson. Fuck you! Oh, he's a radio. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, did I install the easy mod? Fucking Christ! Oh, are you invincible? Is he invincible? No, he's just got a fucking shit ton of health. Oh, yeah, no, AP. Alright, how many casualties? Oh, wait, not yet. Come on, keep fighting! Well, 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 if it isn't Ralph Emerson. I never liked your short stories. I had to resort to the shoulder-mounted machine gun to do some real damage when Peacemaker wasn't doing enough, and when my 1911 did nothing. The mod intends for it to be you and the NCR team, and given that I brought 7 people with me, and still had trouble, yeah, there's some balancing issues. When I got to the end boss, it was just me, Sour, and Soaring left, and Morrison was beefy until he Indiana Jones turned to ashes. What is Morrison's rifle? I'm sorry, he's got a lot of health. Alright, reap what you sow, bitch. I'll kill you with pride. Full of pride, motherfucker! Oh, what the fuck? What? What? Pride fucking killed him? Fallen Patriot, dog tag keychain, Morrison's armor, his rifle. I'm sorry, what the fuck happened? Don't know how or why, but I never saw them again. I know Grant died because of a pop-up, and one of his boys fell in the first stage. Now for some.
In this instance, your current defensive implement will not be enough to do the job. The time has come to seek out greater means of protection.
One thing was the definite DT and health sponge reduction that we're desperately needing in this mod. Even with Morrison, I should say tune it down a little bit, because, like I said, shoulder-mounted machine gun, Peacemaker, min-maxing, versus casual. Yeah, can you see where people would have some trouble? But if we're not going to change anything, can we at least make the NCR team stronger and maybe add a few more of them to even the odds? Like, we're XOF fighting MSF. If we're going to win, we need to make it seem like it instead of the NCR sending us to our doom and me having to explain why the entire NCR team is dead, and while, the mercenaries they brought along are not dead. At least encourage me to bring my own followers if you're going to keep the team small. Side note, maybe have 2 versions of Morrison's rifle, because if I didn't have stims hotkeyed, I would have been killed, because, critical strike, constantly hitting it, I'm on the ground, my health is depleting. You see where I'm going at. Tells me where to go. Long live the NCR!
Alright. So be it.
Long live the NCR! Oh my god! How many stim packs did I just fucking blow through? Other than that, I have nothing left to add, so it's time for a...
You've gotten a lot farther than you should have. But then you haven't met Frank Horrigan either. Your ride's over, Mutie. Time to die.
The Deserter's Fortress earns itself high praise from me for coming and going and remaining a hidden gem of Fallout mods. An adventure intended for late game, couriers, and a rewarding one indeed. The mod earns a Nuka-Cola with a shot of victory. 4.5 out of 5. The half for the spongy officers and balance issues, but otherwise, if you're playing your cards right, you can definitely get through this without dying once, which I thankfully did. Almost died at Morrison, but that's that. Hotkey stim packs. I highly encourage that. It was a fun refresher compared to the mods I've played recently in the past, and honestly, you know what the Bible says about traitors. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, but he overthrows the word of treacherous man.
As a hand-picked resident of Vault 76, it is your duty to carefully review your Vault-Tec-provided films yearly to fully prepare for the day when you will emerge.